YTPC, good evening. Ghost Cobb is with you this evening from the dining room, along with...
Who am
I don't know, who are you?
I don't know. Mrs. Cobb.
Mrs. Cobb. Okay. This is a VR for Piper Downs. Okay, Christy, Mrs. Cobb. Piper Downs' question was, what is the worst job you've ever had, and what made it the worst job you've ever had? Very interesting question.
Okay, so I am 31, and I've had 5 jobs since I was 13. And I would say the worst job that I ever had, Land O'Lakes. That was the worst job. I was there the longest, but it was the worst. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
What made it the worst job? The fact that at the end you used to cry in the parking lot before you went in?
Well, what made it the worst is, as much as I love Land O'Lakes products, and I was getting paid really well, and we were able to take a lot of really nice expensive vacations and buy whatever we wanted to buy whenever we wanted to buy it. They didn't care about me. They didn't care about anybody. No. We were a number, we were replaceable, and they made sure that we knew it. So they were the worst. They were the worst.
Well, I was torn between two. I was torn between Fry's Communications
and Land O'Lakes.
And Land O'Lakes. I think Fry's Communication was worse because there were people there that were blatantly not respectful of safety, and it was overlooked because they had been there for a long time and their machines were very productive as operators, so it was okay. A lot of the helpers overlooked it because you got piece rate, and when you worked with those two fellers, you always made good money on piece rate. You worked your tail. Piece rate is when the machine runs, it makes magazines or, you know, like your J.C. Whitney's, your catalogs that you get in the mail. Okay. You're supposed to make an X amount in a day, okay, in a 12-hour shift. Anything over that, you got paid piece rate. It was extra pay. Okay. So if you ran your tail off all day and the machine ran like nobody's business, you could make a lot of money in piece rate. There were days where I made, you know, $150 on piece rate.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still working.
But, you know, these two fellers just blatantly would disconnect eyes and stuff so the machine wouldn't shut off. And then as the book was coming across half-assed, they would just snatch it off real quick, snatch it off the line. So that way, the machine would keep running so they could make money. Because my piece rate was a lot lower than what they were getting. So if I was making $150 a day, some days on piece rate, you can imagine what they were making. But they disconnected an eye where the books went in, and it went through like a sheet of plastic, and then two glue heat bars came down and sealed it, so they were wrapped. And then they would go through a tunnel, and it would heat it, and it would wrap them in plastic, so that way they wouldn't get damaged in shipping. Disconnected an eye, and he reached in one day to grab one, and if he would have had the eye in contact, it would have shut the machine off, and it didn't, and the two bars came down and took his finger off. I'm sitting on the other side of the machine, and his finger came out. He was yelling. Jeff came running around the corner, and I picked it up and put it in my hand, and I'm like, I started to run towards the machine, the snack machines, because I knew if I needed milk. And
dunk it like an Oreo?
I bought a thing of milk out of the machine. Somebody was already at the machine and put their money in. I used their money to get the milk. I just pushed the button. You put the finger in it, and it preserves it so they could sew it back on. And they were able to sew it back on. Yeah, true story.
I'm glad I don't drink milk.
So that was the worst job I've ever had. People coming in hungover, people doing drugs and stuff on lunch and breaks, and coming back in and they're running pieces of equipment. I mean, it was just, at that point in time, it was awful. Hated it. I hated that job. It got to the point where I had to talk myself into going, and that's just not good.
Was with me.
Yeah, that's just not good when it does that. So that's it, Piper Downs. That's our VR to you. Congratulations on the 100 subs. Great channel, man. Really like watching you, and keep up the good work with it. And if it's okay with you, if you pull our name,
it's just your name,
my name, if you pull my name out of the drawing, who do you want to give the prize to?
Mom of the house.
Okay, so if you pull Ghost Cobb, my name out of the drawing, please send the prizes to Mom of the house. You can get a hold of her through Instagram or probably YouTube, Facebook. I'll put her link in the bucket with yours as my shout outs. You guys both have great channels, really like it. And if you guys have not subbed to Piper Downs or Mom of the House, you're missing out. Mom of the House is really cool. And she does a mixture of stuff, which is really nice because it's a breath of fresh air. It really is. So,
ESPN just came on his phone.
I know, I ignored it.
They said Pirates just started playing. Do you know what this means? Do you know?
It means for the next 2 hours she's going to be driven crazy.
I hate baseball.
I love baseball.
I went to one game, and it lasted 11 innings. And I quit after 9. I said, I guaranteed you 9. I gave you 9. Now I want to gouge my eyeballs out.
And the Pirates won.
The highlight
1-0.
The highlight, and we weren't even there for that one.
Was Sean
we were on the
Rodriguez's
highway.
catch.
No, the highlight of that game was the pierogies running around the bases.
That wasn't the highlight.
That was the highlight of the game.
Sean Rodriguez's diving catch in right field was amazing.
The pierogies running around with the one with the little purse and the pearl necklace, the pierogi with pearls, was the highlight of that game.
God. That's actually in the start of the video. If you watch the beginning of the video there with all the pictures of us, it's in there now. I just inserted that yesterday. So,
I'm a football girl.
but that wasn't the highlight. The highlight was A.J. Burnett pitching 9 innings of great baseball. It was phenomenal. So, but any words?
Any words? Which words?
Any words.
Which ones?
If you pull my name, just go ahead and send the prize to Mom of the House. Like I said, I'll put the link in the bucket. Thanks, guys, very much. Until we can get together, pack a pipe or smoke a good cigar. Let all that you do be done out of love. Y'all take care and God bless.